Okay guys, I heard about this awesome discipline. You need to go buy it. It will help your school. It's the best. It's #1 win-win discipline. Let's go. Have you ever had a student with discipline issues? Well, we're here to solve your problems. Here we have the win-win discipline. This model focuses on the students and the teachers to work together when it comes to discipline. When you are done with this, you should have a goal of long-term self-management responsibility. Okay, so here are some insights on the creators of Win-Win Discipline. First, we have Patricia Kyle. She is an experienced classroom teacher, school counselor, school psychologist, and now professor at Boise State University. She has taught and researched about classroom discipline for more than 15 years. To get a hold of her, you can contact her at pkyle@rmci. Spencer Kagan is a clinical psychologist, former professor of psychology and education at the University of California, and an educational consultant, and has researched and written about training teachers to be more effective in their classrooms. To get a hold of him, you can go to www.kaganonline.com. And last but not least, we have Sally Scott. Is a teacher trainer and a school administrator. She has the must-see school. You have to go see her school. She has been using her discipline and it is awesome. To get a hold of her, you can go to wascott.k12.nv.us. The first thing you need to know is our ABCDs of the disruptive behavior. That stands for aggression, breaking rules, confrontation, and disengagement.
Black Beatles in the city, be back immediately to confiscate the monies.
Hey guys, what you just saw was the ABCD model. But that doesn't just happen for no reason. There are several reasons why students do those behaviors. I'm the attention seeker. This is when the individual wants to feel that they are cared about. The student wanting attention may interrupt, annoy others, work slower than others, and ask for help. Instead of getting attention, the student will just annoy the teacher. The teacher usually reacts by nagging or scolding the student. Some positive interventions that teachers can use are physical proximity, hand signals, and eye messages. They can also give the students attention, appreciation, and affirmation. But if attention seeking is chronic, teachers need to meet with the student first to help them understand and accept their needs for attention. And second, to look for positive, responsible ways to meet the needs. Suggest structures for long-term. So this is anger, when the student is unable to express their displeasure. Angry students may go to the extreme because they are unable, they don't know how to do in a socially acceptable way. Teachers don't like to deal with these students, so most of the time they isolate them. So the students retaliate in this manner. However, it does nothing to help the angry student. Kyle, Kagan, and Scott provide several moments of disruption to help the teachers handle this angry disruption, including cooling down, thinking time, tabling the manner. Long-term interventions include conflict resolution conferences, spot the sign, and practicing skills of self-control.
Okay class, on Friday we're going to have a math quiz, so be prepared. I don't care about no dumb math quiz, so I'm not even going to study for it. So, the student failed but made it seem like it was because they didn't study, when that wasn't the case. A win-win teacher always accepts the fact that we may not feel that we're not that bright. First, the student must find ways to work and perform without feeling bad if they aren't first or the best. For a moment of disruption, teachers can encourage students to try, recognize, and present their information in smaller instructional pieces. And assign partner and long-term would include peer support, peer tutoring, personal affirmations, and developing skills of independence, showing that mistakes can lead to excellence. First, the students can practice in teams, then in pairs before they work alone. This position is bored. Students who act bored send messages to the teachers that they do not enjoy the curriculum, instruction, and activities in the class. These students express their boredom through their body language, lack of participation, and being off task. Boredom students, teachers can restrict their learning tasks or involve students in more activity. To follow up, conference with the student and assign them roles as gatekeeper, recorder, or coach. For long terms, teachers can provide rich and relevant curriculum that actively involves the students in learning, emphasizing cooperative learning.
I wasn't even talking.
But I heard you.
It's bad.
Bad what? I saw you talking. Stop talking.
But I wasn't even talking.
You were. I saw you
I
talking
wasn't the
to
one
him.
talking.
The position you just saw was control seeking. This is when the teacher and the student have a power struggle and the student tries to justify their actions. The creators of win-win discipline suggest that teachers acknowledge the student's power or use language of choice. And follow up, they should schedule later conferences. There, they can discuss their concerns of what causes the student to struggle against the teacher and how the struggle can be avoided. In long-term strategies, the student is involved in the decision-making process and working with them to establish class agreements concerning challenging materials.
Another position is when the kids just say, I don't know to everything. This is their way of acting out when they should be doing work. Alex, what are you working on? Alex, what are you working on?
I don't know.
What are you supposed to be working on? Alex, what are you supposed to be working on?
I don't know.
Were you listening to any of the instructions a little while ago?
No.
Sometimes we get those students that just have so much energy. They have so much energy that they can't concentrate and sit still. This is a good time when this happens, the teacher should move close to the disruptive student. Remove any distractions or elements or objects and channel the energy back to productive work. For follow-up structures, provide your students with activities to work off energy in a positive manner. In long term, include managing energy levels during instruction and connecting students' interests to the instruction. Pillars of win-win discipline are the teacher, students, and parents are working together on the same side. Number 2, sharing responsibility. Number 3, learning to make more responsible choices. Discipline has a process. There's 5 phases. Phase 1, the teacher identifies the disruptive behavior, which is the ABCD: aggression, breaking rules, confrontation, and disengagement. Phase 2, the teacher identifies position of the student is coming from AAA, B, C, D, E: attention seeking, angry, avoiding failure, bored, control-seeking, don't know, and energetic. Phase 3. The teacher responds to the moment of validating the student's position, and then, together the students seeking a non-disruptive means of satisfying the needs associated with the position. Phase 4. The teacher initiates follow-up to help the student's future, emphasizing the 3 pillars of win-win discipline: same side, share responsibility, and learned responsibility. Phase 5. The teacher and students collaborate to seek long-term ability.
After all of the information that we just gave you about the win-win model, why are you still here? We're done. It's over. Go out and start using it in your own classroom and in your home so you can avoid these problem behaviors.